I want to take you out of applications right now here to the stars, because we live in an incredible time. We live in a time where we found more than 5,600 planets orbiting stars that are not our sun. And we know that 1 out of 5 is a planet that could potentially be like our own. I can't tell you if there's life in the universe yet, but we have 200 billion stars in our galaxy alone. 1 out of 5 has a planet that could be like ours. So I'd say the biggest surprise is if we find nothing. But I don't just want to show you how we do this and what we need to do. I also want to change your mind a little bit, if you let me. So that when next time you look up at the sky, you might also wonder where we are the aliens out there. So we have thousands of planets, but of course we're using our own planet as a Rosetta Stone. So while I talk to you about this, remember, if anybody out there had just our level of technology, they could also spot us. But how do we do this? Because we are on the verge of doing this. And why haven't we done this before? Because this is a search against all odds. This is a search that actually makes me believe in humankind, and then we can fix any problem if we just want to. Because what you see here is the size of the Earth compared to the size of our sun. So if you put the Earth 100 times next to each other, that's about the diameter of our star. And we have found planets that are this small at the right distance, not too hot and not too cold, around other stars. And by the way, if you're worrying, we are not here. We are much further out, so it's not as bad as it looks. If you want to hear more about this, there is a review that I wrote, How to Characterize Planets, if you want the scientific take, or if you want the little bit more funny take, that's the book that just came out that puts everything together what we know so far about how to find these alien Earths. And we have a couple of copies here. But to do this for real, one astronomer can do this. Not even all astronomers can do this. We need to combine our ideas. We need to do this together. And here I just show you one of the hubs, the Carl Sagan Institute at Cornell, that I built to do exactly this. So we are 40 faculty and senior researchers from more than 15 different fields who put our thoughts together to try to do this. And so our planet is our key, but not just now. It doesn't have to be a carbon copy of modern Earth. What about the Earth through time? What about life in very extreme environments? So we're using everything we can, because some of these planets are close to the stars, so they're hot, there are magma oceans on them. Some of them now that we are finding could resemble planets like ours, but we don't know yet. And so we have thousands of puzzle pieces that we are working on yet. Among them, how to find signs of life. It just looks a little bit different. But it also goes into understanding our own planet much better, because every rocky planet we find out there that could be like our Earth will teach us about our own spacecraft, our Earth. And so I said your idea here, because I hope you come up and tell me what you think about this and what we could try. I'll give you a couple of ideas of what we're working on. This, for example, is a color catalog of life. Think about this gorgeous different colors of life under different conditions, like in sulfur, hot sulfur springs like on Yellowstone. This could be life forms that could potentially be more abundant or dominant on other planets, and so they would look different to my telescope. And so we're putting together a big inventory of life forms, very different ones. And this is a paper we just had out, and it's like, in the search for life, purple might be the new green. Because purple bacteria works much better with red light. And where we can find these planets that could be like ours, this is around the smallest stars. And most of the stars in our universe, 8 out of 10, are these small stars. And I was talking to you about this, so if we just turn it around, and I do not know if there's life in the universe, I said, there would be a surprise if we really find nothing and we'd have to find an explanation for that. But you can actually look at the sky and with the newest mission figure out which stars with their planets would have just the perfect view to see us. And this is the line here in the sky. So we've identified thousands of planets that could spot us. And so let me get back to this about what that means to you. And so we have thousands of planets. And what I want you to do is the next time you go out, count to 5. Because 1 out of 5 stars has a planet that could be like ours. And I brought a couple of small worlds here, very, very different colors. And so I want you to take one. I'll throw this in the audience so they'll be very, very scared. And imagine what it is you think one of these other worlds will look like, because it takes all of us to figure out if we're alone or not. But we live in the time where for the first time ever, we can figure it out. Thank you very much.